Okay, so we might have gotten here just a little bit too early. There's nobody. Last flight of the day.
It's always really weird checking in the middle of the night or when it's dark and you can't really appreciate what the town looks like or what even the surroundings of the hotel looks like. But so far everything's been really lovely. Maria downstairs was so kind and welcoming, and we even have this little bottle of homemade, it looks like, Santorini wine with some marble cake. And we have 2 lanais.
Look at the size of our lanai. Whoa.
What? Hard to see. Don't know what it looks like yet because it's, nighttime, but it's gonna be great tomorrow morning.
Just another full-on sun-up to sundown travel day. 2 really long flights. We went all the way back to Germany and then all the way east to Santorini. It was a long one, but tomorrow we do the Camino de Santorini. I'll explain in the morning. Santorini, baby. Got a good night's sleep last night for the first time in a very long time. Feeling pumped up, feeling ready. So, the Camino de Santorini. So it's not actually a Camino, right? Like it's, it's not a pilgrimage. Well, I mean, it is for me. So every single time that I've come to Santorini, which is my 5th or 6th time, I walk from Fira town all the way out to Ia. It takes maybe 3 to 5 hours, depending on how much you stop along the way. But I think it is genuinely the most beautiful hike in the world. And I know that that's controversial. There's a lot of very beautiful hikes, but this one for me, it's special, it's nostalgic, and it's look at it.
Okay, so it's a little bit of a joke, Camino de Santiago versus Camino de Santorini, but there are some similarities. One, there's a lot of people, and they're all walking along the same path. 2, people dry their clothes outside, like we did on the Camino. 3, there are beautiful views for days. Different kind of scenery, of course, but it's beautiful. And 4, there's tons of food places to eat and lots of little villages on the way. Big fan. And there are a lot of churches.
Now we were trying to figure out the best way to get to Santorini from Split, and truthfully there weren't really any good options at all. So what we ended up having to do was hop on a plane from Split, go all the way back to Germany, transit in Germany, and then fly all the way back to Santorini. It was a very long day of flights and actually ended up being a little bit more complicated from the COVID protocols perspective. So for those of you who are trying to do the same thing and trying to go to Santorini right now, here's basically how the process works. You're going to need your vaccination card or your negative COVID test from within the past 3 days, and you're definitely going to need your EU digital passenger locator form. Greece has their own specific one. It takes maybe 10 minutes to fill out. It's not a big deal, but you'll need the QR code from it. They're going to scan it at least 3 or 4 times on your way into Santorini. And then after that, it's just kind of flying business as usual during COVID times in Europe. They're going to check your vaccination card or your negative COVID test at every single stop that you have along the way. And then once you actually arrive at the destination, they'll check it one more time along with your passport. We've gotten really used to this process because basically every country in the EU does it the exact same.
So we were staying there?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
And then we have to get back up there to get back up. Is that where we're going? Is that Ia?
Yeah, that's Ia, all the way down there.
Oh boy.
This hike today is about 6 miles or 10K, so, Easy peasy as compared to an average day on the Camino.
We just walked all those stairs and it was a little shisty. It was super windy and some of the edges don't have railings. The thing that I just learned, which is really cool, is actually the caldera isn't this thing that we're staring at right now. It's actually just the entire Half Moon Bay of Santorini. The caldera is the result of the volcano just erupting and dropping straight through the water, and that's what you get. Santorini's bay is actually the center of the caldera. Historians suspect that the volcano eruption that happened over 3,000 years ago here was actually the biggest eruption in the world. It destroyed the Minoan civilization. But as a result, we got Fira. No thanks.
I think it's easier on the left side. So we were trying to figure out where to stay in Santorini yesterday or the day before, whenever we actually booked our place. We figured out a kind of general way to think about it from a price perspective. So all the way down south in Parisa is definitely the cheapest area that you can stay in all of Santorini. Now they do have some nice hotels too, but these are just generalizations. And then basically the further north you move, it just becomes slightly more and more expensive. And it gets the most expensive in these incredibly fancy hotels just right here by the caldera, and then all the way up in Ia. Both of those are definitely the most expensive places on the island. You're looking at like $40 to $60 per night down in Parisa, and then like $60 to $80 in Fira, and then all the way upwards of $200 to $300 at the most expensive hotels. The really, really nice ones up here that have a private hot tub and pool, and they look so cool.
What goes down must go up. I was wondering why all these rocks were nicely laid out and still intact. Turns out there used to be a castle here.
So we were just wandering around here in Santorini, and bam, look at who we came across. Tia.
It's us.
And Shavio, the one-pack wanderers. So we're just all walking together. They're on the way to Ia. We're on the way to Ia. It's perfect. It's perfect. So if you guys haven't checked out these guys' videos yet, they're awesome. They're so good. And you absolutely have to go check out their channel. We're going to link it down below and put it in that weird box thing over here. These guys are great. They're making videos not only about traveling around Europe, but also traveling around the whole world. So get on their stuff now. It's awesome. Every place we go and we get a new round, it's like the next person's turn to give a cheer, right? Or to give a toast. It can't just be like toast to Greece or toast about something that's happening in your life or something that did happen or is going to happen or whatever. Yeah. So whichever one of you two wants to go first.
If you feel, if you feel inclined.
To meeting new friends.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Sorry if this is super hard to hear. It's really windy out here. So that last place we stopped back at there called Snack Stop, it's on Google, believe it or not, you can look it up, has, I think, the best view out of any of the bars on the way to Ia. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but it's definitely worth a stop. And the walnut cake there, oh, you gotta get the walnut cake. It's so good.
Josh over there being a good friend and taking thumbnail pictures. This is awesome. Look at where we are.
Dude, it's so great hanging out with these guys and other YouTubers. We're just like taking shots for each other. Oh, that's the one. That's the ticket.
That's the ticket.
And trying to figure out our thumbnails and realizing how bad we are at all this. I can show you the world.
Ooh, but I'm looking at it.
Yeah, but you know, you wouldn't know where to look if I didn't point.
That's
right?
true.
And it's a lot of fun.
Oh, there's a little trivia in the background. Ruin the
I
shot!
want them in there. Okay, so we are almost to Ia now. We've been walking for 4 or 5 hours, something like that. I don't know. We haven't really been in a particular hurry, and honestly, that's been kind of nice. One of the many things that we learned from the Camino. Also, it's really windy.
It's a little windy.
So I'm sorry if it's happening in there. And now we're going to work our way sort of back down this mountain that we just climbed all the way on top of and find a nice place to hang out and watch the sunset in Ia. Apparently, the sunsets here are supposed to be the best in the world. Now, as a person who really loves the sunsets in Hawaii, this is going to be it's a tough bar to reach, being the best sunset in the world, but in my experience, they are great.
And I guess when you have to work for a sunset, maybe it makes it a little bit better.
So we are officially in the fancy hotel territory for Ia, and these are some of the best, nicest hotels on the entire island. So if you're looking for the most beautiful possible place to watch a sunset, and you want to sleep at that same place, places right up here, they're just right.
On the plane ride here, I was messaging a friend and telling her we're going to Santorini. And years before, I used to think Santorini and Greece was a place that only the rich and the famous came to. I'm amazed that we're here. I feel so lucky. I feel like one of the things that I'm learning as we're traveling and that I feel so blessed to be able to experience is that there's so many different ways to travel. There's so many ways you can do it. Kind of like the Camino. Hi. Oh, you just woke him up
Oh, he's purring.
with your water.
Crinkly water bottle.
Hey. Oh my gosh. You're a good guard dog.
Look how cute these little glasses.
Right.
Very economical glasses.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Well, I got the pork gyro. What did you guys get?
We all got the pork hero as
Yes,
well.
Did you get the pork gyro?
I did.
What a coincidence.
what did you get?
Let me see. Pork hero.
In case you're wondering what the YouTuber budget is like.
Yeah.
But the wine, very economical. Are we sitting on a water tank? Cool. Wow.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is somehow better than staying in a super nice resort.
Uh-huh.
Because you earned it.
Yeah, you had to work a little bit. Went through a few parking lots.
After an absolutely perfect sunset, we are now waiting in the very, very long line for the bus back to Fira. Competition is fierce. Stressful situation here. You think we're gonna make this next one?
Oh yeah.
You think we're gonna make this next one?
No.
Nah. 50-50 split. I always go with the optimistic.
Next one, next one.
Where do you want to sit? Let's sit right here.
We just made it back to our hotel. A little sun-kissed, and in Josh's case, very sunburnt. And in shocking news, we learned that over 90% of you who watch our videos actually aren't subscribed, which makes us really sad. So if you like the videos that we're making, please hit that subscribe button. We'd really, really appreciate that.
Bye. Come on, white balance. Let us look wistfully into it.
Ooh, there you go.
Look wistful.
Look at Try. Wow. Wow.
I just realized I've been laughing through this entire
That's okay.
thing.
That's
That's
perfect.
good. That's good.
That's just how we want it.
This is how YouTube videos are made. Mostly messing around. We
Yeah.
have no idea what we're doing at all. But we're gonna cut out the stuff that looks terrible, and then we're gonna turn it into a video.
Bloopers.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Hold on, I gotta find out where the sun is, and then I gotta look at it. Oh, there we go. All right, now we have good lighting. This has rapidly devolved into the best kind of video. Are you trying to look at the sunset? Or?
I was.
Ooh.
And fun fact, but not so fun fact. No. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that subscribe. Please hit that subscribe. Why is that so hard? Hi, kitty. What do you got to tell us? So many things to say.